Hi, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with our message for Thursday, the 10th of September, 2020. This feels like such an auspicious day to me. We are using Mystic Mondays Tarot for our Thursday message. Let's do the Know Yourself little book of questions here. These are fun for me. I hope they're fun for you too. Okay, our first question. What book did you recently finish with a big sigh? Oh, hands down, easy. Outrageous Openness. Fantastic book. I'm actually rereading it. It was that good. Okay, next question. Do you ever take long walks by yourself? Yes, I do. Frequently even. Strolls. I love to stroll by water. How about you? What book did you recently finish with a big sigh? And the Outrageous Openness book, amazing. Just really a game changer. For a true work of fiction, though, I'd have to say one of my most recents is a Diana Gabaldon book, one of the Outlander series. Okay, let's get into our message. Our cards from the bottom of the deck, our theme of the day. Ooh, I like this. We're starting out with the Emperor. This is how our energy atmosphere is charged. Yeah, direct Aries fire. I think Mars is in retrograde, and doesn't Aries rule Mars? So seeing the Emperor here is good. So while there may be some retrograde type energies, I feel looking at the Emperor here, it's like he's got a big bear cape on. Don't those look like bear paws? Anyway, I feel like we mean business on this card. Yeah, we're taking something very seriously today. We are not without humor, of course, though we are taking something quite serious. And coming with, yeah, we definitely are. Because now we have the King of Wands. So here's a whole lot of Aries direct fire, and then here's a whole lot of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius fire in the King of Wands. The King of Wands brings the humor, he brings the lightness of being, though he's no slouch himself. He's absolutely fierce as a warrior, and I feel our warrior spirit engaged today. Something inspires us to action, and it is direct action, and I feel that if we are aiming at some kind of target, we are an absolute bullseye. We are not missing. So the sense of it here is we are taking something seriously, and we're not messing around with it either. So we intend to be taken seriously. Our compassion, our kindness, our good humor, our good spirit, they are without question. But we're not taking any BS. That seems to be some kind of BS that we are encountering within the energy atmosphere. Likely it is directed from someone else. And then we have Ten of Pentacles. Yes, because Ten of Pentacles is the legacy card. And if there is an energy that is in some kind of... Now, how do I want to say that? If there is an energy within the atmosphere that even remotely compromises our Ten of Pentacles, you know, this is the legacy card. This is a multi-generational family. It is all of the energy investment that we have poured into what we have made a reality out of our heart space in communion with the divine all. We are going to stand for this. We'll stand for this. We won't stand for the BS that may be directed toward us or toward our sphere of influence, or, you know, we may find that we are standing up for someone who cannot stand up for themselves today in some way. Very interesting. Let's see what comes with this. Now we have the Empress. So we have the Emperor and the Empress coming into the reading. So this is what I'm talking about. There's no monkey business going on here. We're not going to allow that. We have the Mother and the Father of Tarot showing up. These two rule the empire. And I'm hearing from my guides, they are unshakable. They are unbreakable. Coming with our Empress is, yes, Nine of Swords. This is something that keeps us awake or has the potential to. My feeling, though, is we're pulling the energy of the Emperor, the Empress, the King of Wands, and we are leveraging that on the Nine of Swords. So whatever has the potential, let's say there's some sort of anxiety brought on by a trigger that feels threatening to our sphere of influence, Ten of Pentacles. Rather than be a worried mess over this, with all these swords hanging over our heads, about to drop on us, I feel that we turn these swords around. We pluck every single one of them right out of the air, and we distribute the energy evenly, harmoniously, like an emperor, like an empress. We bring the fire, and whatever trigger gets triggered, we tend to it with good humor, with experience, with wisdom, and with I take no prisoners kind of attitude. I like it. Okay, our next card, Temperance. Back again for us. You know, so we are in the process now. We have been all week. We've seen it in the cards all week that we are blending energies together. Now, this may be in self-relationship. Likely it starts there first. And it is translating to all of our other connections and relationships. And take this where it's relevant for you. It could be your family, your friends. It could be in your career, how you are of service, how you are interacting and having an exchange with others. And I really do sense there is an incoming energy being projected toward us and our sphere of influence. And it is meant to cause a Nine of Swords reaction to our Ten of Pentacles. But that is not the reaction that we give. We respond instead with love, with spiritual strength, with divine power, with strong sense of harmonious self. And we continue in our journey of temperance, of blending energies together. We are weaving a masterful tapestry of our Ten of Pentacles, what's on our foundation, and how we wish to continue to grow what is on our foundation. You know, we've put a lot of energy investment into our Ten of Pentacles, our Ten of Cups, our Ace of Cups, all this beautiful overflow that we've been seeing in the cards. And we've also been seeing a lot of the Two of Cups and the Lovers. So what's within the sphere of influence is of an energetic caliber that we are deeply, lovingly nurturing, continuing to bring to life. And we're not going to allow some, you know, Nine of Swords type of experience that is projected in our direction by somebody else who isn't doing this kind of spiritual journey work. We're not going to allow that to be undermining to us. We're going to continue on our path in temperance here. And then we have, I did say we're not messing around, and here's the Death card. Yeah, you don't argue with this card. There is no arguing with it. And that's great. It's fantastic because it's beautiful transformation. And this is what we are in flow with temperance. We are in a transformative space. We are making something of everything on offer to us. And it has great heart space, meaning, and investment to it. So there may be an ending and a beginning in it, but that is of our own making and of our own choosing, not because someone else is projecting their energy into our experience. We are not going to allow ourselves to be interrupted in that way. Coming with the Death card, beautiful. Gosh, if you don't have the High Priestess showing up with the Death card, you have the Moon. And the Moon is something unknown becomes known. We make a discovery in this process. We make a discovery in the temperance process, in how we are blending energies together at this time. So we create something new and somewhat unexpected that is a surprise and a delight to us. And again, not something that we're going to compromise. And the reason we don't compromise it is because we stay grounded, we stay centered, we direct our fire in a way that is productive and useful and loving and kind and compassionate and inclusive. So listen to your intuition today. follow your gut, listen to your gut. And allow gracefully whatever's coming to fulfillment and close to close, and whatever is coming into being and beginning to do just that. Allow it all to blossom because it's coming out of temperance. So I do sense energetically in the atmosphere a tendency toward interruption from projection from somewhere else. And it's up to us to stand like an emperor, an empress, and a king of wands before all of that, before our 10 of coins. Because again, that is the foundation that we have been building, living, dancing, cultivating upon. All right, coming next we have, and I sense we do this beautifully today. We have the 9 of Pentacles. This is the independent person, the self-made individual. This is you doing you. And we've had a lot of conversation this week in the cards with the Lovers and the 2 of Cups showing up. You know, can't ignore that that's talking about beloved relationship for some of you. But in order for that to happen, you have to be solid and independent within yourself, not looking to relationship or connection for codependency. And it's just this kind of energy that's being called on, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine, to bring the heat and the fire where it is required so that you are not distracted from or by anything else that's coming into your sphere of influence, your energy atmosphere, that would keep you from the journey toward your 10 of Pentacles and the discoveries to be made and the intuitions to blossom from Temperance and the Death card. So you have to have great connection to self for you to have great connection to even your sphere of influence, to the ripple that goes out, the broadcast that you generate. You can't be unconscious with those things and still intend to create what's here in the 10 of Pentacles. Your presence is required, and something that attempts to be a distraction, an energy that enters into the sphere of influence that would be a distraction, pulls you from that, and then you have to go back to it. You don't want to be looking outside yourself for that, and that's what I feel the 9 of Pentacles is confirming for us. You go right to your heart space, no matter what comes in front of you today. Yeah, look. This is beautiful. You have the Sun. We have the Sun. This is the happiest card in tarot, and it confirms for me that whatever bit of distraction, disruption that might show up does not gain any ground with us in terms of pulling our attention away from what we hold in heart space. You know, the Death card is quite prominent. It's right there in the center of the reading, and it's next to Temperance. And so there are endings and beginnings in Temperance and the alchemy of that card. Then you have more alchemy here with the Sun and the Moon, because the Moon is borrowed light of the Sun. And the focus between these two cards is the 9 of Pentacles, indicating you. So the feeling here is that you are in allowing for. What needs to go can go. What needs to come can come. You're making that happen. It's beautiful. You may encounter, even if this is not an energy that is projected at you by someone else, this could be, your 9 of Swords could be an old thought process, an old belief system that you encountered today in the alchemy, and it's got to go. The Death card is here to sweep it off your foundation. And you are advised to follow your intuition so that you can allow this brilliant clarity of the Sun to shine into your world, so that you can see the beginnings and the endings, so that you can be in the flow, that you can allow, you can let go. Very nice. All right, angel answers, my friends. If you have a question, this is a great time to ask it. If not, let these cards be confirmation to what we just read, or something completely different, or allow them to be a fresh message. First, I don't think we'll have a problem with this. Communicate clearly. I really love this card. And with the Emperor, the King of Wands, and the Empress, communication is going to be very direct. There will not be any verbal clutter. And, you know, the way we communicate can set a necessary boundary. Yeah, if that's required, we'll do it. Beautiful. Also, this is a card about being a great listener. And having an intuitive feel for what's not being spoken. Ask questions, make sure you're understood. And remain positive. Yes, look, why not? You've got all these beautiful cards. The major arcana on the table is not messing around today. Lean into that. And take action. You will. We will. We won't hesitate either. And trust. Beautiful. Yeah, trust yourself. Get right into your heart space and know that that is the seat of your soul. Kind of represented beautifully here, don't you think? And here as well. Yeah. All right. Affirmation from the universe has your back. What do we got? Yeah, exactly. Happiness is my birthright. It's your birthright. And anything that attempts to compromise that is going to end up coming before the Emperor, the Empress, and the King of Wands, and the Sun, and the Moon. And that's a good thing. It's a positive thing. It's really quite lovely. So, best wishes. Leave some comments about that. What do you encounter today? It's kind of exciting. Peace, love, joy, happiness. Namaste. See ya.